It's your boy, Mr. Skrilltown himself, and welcome to Skrilltown Talk. Tonight this is gonna be a funny show. They already been making me laugh, so now we just gonna get into it. We have some of the funniest comedians in the United States of America. We have Shelly Belly, Danielle Deluca, and Kayla Marie on the line right now. And they are all representing. They are all funny as hell. They already got my stomach hurting, before we even got on here. So before that, I want to promote a little bit as I always do. So I'm gonna play this little clip, and then we will be back.
Fall astray, gotta make it, gotta pray, cause if I don't, I'm only praise, gonna reach the running days. They got me wide up, constantly got me fired up. Steady talking all that nonsense, all that bullshit be killing me. Seriously, the government really need to stop it.
What's up, Skrilltown Mo? Yeah, good God, gotta go hard. Boost up, super saiyan like I'm Gohan. Animated, hella fit, it's spinning so raw. Every time I spit this whole shit and that it's all God. Feeling like a villain, cause I'm rubbing get silly. Got love for my haters, but I'm like for the feelings. Man, I hustle like I'm hungry, getting money, but really outlaw. Right before I said to do with a Billy. Heard my enemies talking like if they really be about it. I'm working bitches.
All right. Like I said yesterday, I can't rap that fast. I can barely bop my head that fast. So yeah, shout out to Excerpt Beats, iLook, and King Wicked for Venom and Vaccines. The video will be out worldwide August 16th. Check it out. But I want to get back into this Laughing Your Podcast Off Part 2. We have some of the funniest women in America, and I want to just introduce yourself. Shelly Belly, tell us about you.
Well, I am from South Carolina, and I haven't been doing comedy that long, like on stage, but I've always been funny as hell, people tell me. So I said, why not just take it to the stage? And it just took off, and by God, that's what I've been doing. Now I'm all over the place. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. And so, and I'll throw out my website and all that later.
Okay, cool. All right, well that's Shelly Belly. Check her out. We got Danielle Deluca. Tell us about you.
Not much. I've been doing comedy like 4 years. I've been everywhere: Boston, New Orleans, LA. I have a podcast called Gag on This. Shelly would love it. It's it's a good fun. I love my life. I love making people laugh every night. So super fun.
Most definitely. That's what's up. Well, like I said, Danielle Deluca, funny as hell too. So what's up, Kayla Marie? Tell us what's going on.
Hey, I have COVID. I just want to preface everything I say and do on this podcast with that. It's my first time having COVID. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm a comic. I'm funny on purpose, and I'm funny on accident mostly. What else about me? I have a podcast. I have a sketch show. I do improv, sketch comedy, stand up, and I believe the funniest thing is the truth. And I believe that that's why people like me, is because I'm honest to a fault, and I love people, and I hope I can bring them some kind of joy. I'm a survivor of human trafficking and domestic violence, and I'm autistic, so I'm a super weird girl, and the way I deal with it is humor. So that's who I am, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
That's what's up. Well, yeah. So let me give you the backdrop on this one. So part one was kind of like part two is going to be. Part one, I'm always on social media. I'm always looking up things, doing my research and so forth. Every last one of these comedians I found, I looked at them and found their footage from somewhere. Shelly, I'm a TikTok fan. So I'm on there and I see this video and I'm cracking up about it, and I showed my wife it and blah, blah, blah. And, it was funny. Well, the funny thing is that while I was doing that on Facebook, I was looking at something else that was funny, and I ran into Shelly. And I didn't even put it two and two together until she actually sent me footage of some of her comedy. And I was like, oh, snap, what's the name? So Danielle, she was on stage. I think it was I don't know if it was the Laugh Factory or somewhere else, but wherever she was performing, she was talking about this Tinder date that she had, and I was rolling. I was rolling.
I wasn't on the Tinder date. Hell no, not me.
No, that's why I said Danielle. Yeah.
I'm talking about how the young people are on the Tinder dates. How y'all got to swipe back and forth to try to find a man, and the hell with that.
Yeah. And then Kayla, I watched some of her footage, and she was talking about baby daddies and kids and her new man and all this other good stuff. So yeah, they got some funny women on here, and how, like I did with the fellas, I'm gonna do it the same way. We got 5 topics, and we'll just go. We'll just go in. The first one's TMI. The second one's Tinder. The third one's farts. The fourth one's good or bad habits, and the fifth one is cougars. So, and then we got Carlos. We got Carlos in appearance, the dog. Carlos the dog. Yeah, he's making a special cameo appearance on the show. Yeah, but yeah, let's get into TMI. Which chime in on TMI. I just throwing it out there.
Like too much information.
All day.
I just think it's just too much damn information whenever people want to tell you about their private parts. I don't give a damn if you shave it, if you braid it, if you put damn beads in it. It ain't none of my damn business. I don't want to know about your private parts, and just don't share that information. It's just not healthy.
Yeah.
Just because I'm an older woman don't mean that I'm your mama and that you got to share your private part situation with me. I don't care if you got a yeast infection or a bladder infection or whatever. I am not Dr. Shelly Medicine Woman. I don't want to know.
She said too much info. What about you, Danielle?
Oh, I live my life with TMI. I mean, I don't talk about my pussy or anything, Shelly, but
damn it!
I talk about how much I use it though, so I don't know if that's the same thing.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
But TMI is fun sometimes. Sometimes I don't want my daughter to give me too much TMI. I'm like, no, mom, don't need to know everything. But sometimes she does. Sometimes she does. But yeah, I share everything on stage. I'm not like gross things, Shelly, though. Not gross things. Just like regular stuff. Not yeast infections. That's gross. There's nothing funny about that.
Right.
Nothing
funny about an infected vagina.
It's funny if I don't have that problem. It's funny if you do, but not me. I'm thankful if it's not me.
Yeah.
That 3-day itch ain't no joke, huh? What about you, Kayla?
Well, I think I'm just like walking TMI. I tell everybody everything. I'm way too honest and open. I have some jokes that some people get offended. Like, for example, like my boyfriend, he fell asleep going down on me. And I felt like this was important information to share with everybody. And we were talking with our friends. I'm like, and this is true. Like after comedy, we were sitting around like in a circle, hanging out, all the comics. And my boyfriend was there. He's a comic too. And I was like, he fell asleep going down on me the other night. And I was like, babe, because he already came. And I'm like, he's happy, but he's like, I'm going to get you, babe. I'm going to please you. I'm like, all right. And then he's like falling asleep. And I'm like tapping him. I'm like, hey, babe, wake up. Hey, babe. But I remembered like messing around with some toys before, and there was like a dildo laying next to me. So I turned it on, and it was like vibrating, and I put it in his ear. And it was like a little dick taser to the ear. He's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Wake the fuck up!" You know, and like, see, like to me, that's just like good information people should have in case they find themselves in the same situation. But
keep that dildo on the side as a charger. That's a charger.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, TMI, or is it like just the right? I don't know. Is it just the right amount? I don't know. Danny got grossed out by me when we were hanging out because I was telling her some shit about like how I was learning how to edit a podcast. And I know you probably learned this shit. You got to learn like it's like a whole college class in like 3 days if you're trying to produce some shit and pop it out. And I was like, oh, this is way more complex than I thought. And I was in my dungeon and I was like, don't talk to me, you know, if the kids try to come in. But then like, they're like, Mom, you got to come check this out. It's once in a lifetime. I'm like, yeah, right. I don't care. And then I came out there, and what had happened while I was in my like podcast dungeon is that a fly came into our house and gave birth on our dining room table on the fried chicken. And my kids, they're like, you missed it, Mom. I was like, I'm so glad I missed it. But I was telling Danny, and she got mad, like legit mad. Yeah. She's like, do not talk to me about flies. Do not talk to me. And I was like, why not? So, yeah, I guess different people.
It actually laid larvae on your chicken.
Chicken, that's like flavor.
My 12-year-old daughter took a video. That's majestic, okay?
Man, that's science for your ass right
there.
Oh my God.
Look at her, I'm both sorry and not sorry.
Now twice now I've heard that. I'm never gonna get that back.
Sorry.
I'm never gonna get that time back.
Oh my God.
Shelly and I have the same. Shelly and I are the same, man. Look at that face. Look at that.
That's what I'm like.
I'm actually more disturbed about your boyfriend going to sleep while going down on you. That's disturbing.
I know a couple cats that told me about some stuff like that before. I ain't gonna say their names, but yeah, you know, that's why I said that dildo was a charger. You just
I have been married for 20 years, and not one time has my husband fell asleep going down chomping on the choo-choo. Okay.
Well, did he come first?
Never has he fell asleep before he jumped on the poontang. Ever.
Never.
Oh, wait,
never.
hold on. I have a serious logistical question, if you don't mind. Like, did he come first and then go down on you? Or was he, like, waiting for his turn?
It has never.
Both? Okay.
Never.
I guess I have a really boring pussy. I don't know.
Nah, normally, you know, when we get ours, we kind of in sleep mode already. So he, you know, you got to give him some credit because most of the time, I got to get y'all before we get ours. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise,
most of the time,
boys.
You know.
What, Danny?
I said they can work through it, boys.
Hey, that disclaimer, you got to give them that disclaimer. Like, look, don't fall asleep on me, man. No.
I have consent forms and disclaimers by my front door. I need you to sign a fucking consent, and there's some disclaimers you might be subjected to here.
You know what my disclaimer was? That marriage license. That was my disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
There's only going to be 2 eatings in this house: chicken without the larvae, and going downtown. And I don't have a problem with either one.
Yeah.
My God! All right. I like that. So what about Tinder, y'all? What y'all thinking about Tinder? Like,
I love Tinder. I mean, at least I used to. Some weird shit has happened. Shelly, do you have children?
I have 4. I have a litter.
Whoa, okay. Well, I went on a Tinder I went to a Tinder date house, and his mom opened the door, and his mom was like, Hunter, your Tinder date's here. And, you know,
precious.
As I went into Hunter's room, this 41-year-old man-child, his mom said something, though, like, it really sealed the deal. It made me fuck her son. She said, I'll turn off the TV so I don't have to hear you guys. And she banged on the wall. And I was like, hey, Hunter, I'm going to fuck you, but what's your mom's name? And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm really, really competitive. I'm going to fuck you, but this isn't for you. It's for your mom. So he was like, her name's Maria.
I'm writing some material as we
I'm going to
speak.
fuck you. So you already gave him, like, look, you going to get this, but...
Yeah, and I was just like, Maria, oh, you're so sweet, Maria. And, you know, he came because guys have weird fetishes.
They do.
But,
we do.
He likes his mom. But, you know, as I was leaving, you know, she was like, hey, fat girl, I made you some snacks. And, like, she won, though. You know, she was like, I made his Tinder page. I was just trying to get rid of you. You were in third Tinder date with me. I explained to her how Tinder works. You know, it's just like catalog shopping for, like, an hour. It's like a tool rental. You know, you rent it for a few hours. You rent the tool on Tinder for a few hours and then you send it home.
So was she, like, his social media manager? Kind of like...
No, she's just trying to get rid of her son. It's like, someone will fucking fall in love with this child. He was 41. He still living at home. You know?
Oh, shit. I know.
But I still go over. I set up play dates. I still go over there and play with the son.
What about you, Kayla?
Would you be cool with one of your kids bringing a Tinder date over, Shelly?
Uh-oh.
My kids would no. My kids do not live at home. That should have been your first warning. I've been quiet. That right there. It should have been your first warning when he opened up the door and his mama was there.
Yeah, see, his mama was probably like Shelly. She like, go ahead, fuck my son, and then take him with you on the way out.
There ain't no going down in Funky Town up in my house. My kids are gone. Hell to the no.
Hell to the no.
Hell to
the no. Hell no.
Okay.
Yeah, what
That's
about you?
Cute. We'll see. I mean, that's what you think, Shelly. I don't know what your kids are really doing, though. I'm pretty sure they're fucking around on Tinder. I mean,
well, they're married, except for one.
Fucking at her house. That's what
like me and Danny both might have fucked your kids on Tinder.
You may have fucked my kids. I don't know. I got some pretty kids now. I got some pretty.
I'm just kidding.
Sacramento.
No.
That I have
okay. No.
That I'm aware of.
That I'm aware of. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, we're just kidding. That's not true. It's all jokes. I recently got Tinder again, actually. It's really funny. This came up. I was talking with my boyfriend about it. So I'm in a long-term committed relationship, and I just created a Tinder like 2 days ago just for women. Me looking for women. And he'll be watching me swipe, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that one." And I'm like, "No, what?" We have different ideas of
right.
But I've been talking to girls, which is fun. And then also we added this like couples website. It's kind of like Tinder, but it's for couples that like swap and stuff. And so we're looking at this couple, right? And they're like wholesome as fuck, like in their early 30s. They look like I'm pretty sure he was wearing like Carhartts or some shit. And this girl's wearing like a vest with like a sweater underneath, and her hair is all straight and blonde. And and their faces are blacked out, right? They got like they did this, and then right here on the wall behind them, it's like "Live, Laugh, Love," like on their wall decoration. And I was like, "Live, Laugh, Love," trying to fuck though.
That's exactly
crazy as shit. I was like, "Oh my God!" Like
laugh, love.
Some wild shit. I love to see people's profile pictures, what they think is like good. I'm like, why did you do that? Like there was some dude on this like couple swapping site, and he had a picture shoulders up, and all that he blacked out his face, but like not the sides. So I'm like, what?
He had a beard.
Do a body pic. Like the only thing you put in this photo is your face, and you're gonna block that out. Like, I don't know.
That must have been an ugly person.
Yeah, he's ugly ass dude. Yeah,
he was ugly as hell. Even the black of the picture was trying to get away from him. Yeah, because you could still see some of his face. It was like,
he was trying to move that thing. He had his beard in there. That's what he did. He had his beard in there. He just had that put that black part on there. The beard. Yeah.
He had a nice Adam's apple. That was pretty much all I could see. And then the leaves behind him. But we're just laughing about how most of these couples, it's like the girl's super hot and she's like, I'm bi and I want to fuck. And the guy is like a troll, a serious troll. Like, you know, and we're like, no. So I don't know about Tinder.
Hey, Tinder. Hey, that's the new Plenty of Fish. Back in the day, back in my day, it was Plenty of Fish. And I called it Plenty of Fucks. So that's what I called it back then. That's just me. But so yeah, okay. So what about farting? I got men and women farting. What do y'all think about that?
Oh, I'll crop dust somebody in a minute in a Walmart.
I believe
because at my age, I'm 52, and I'm going to tell you something. There's just some things you can't control no more. Mm-hmm. And if I'm in Walmart and I try to eat before I go get groceries so I don't buy up everything in Walmart.
Very smart.
And sometimes that McDonald's cheeseburger.
Oh.
And I just crop dust somebody. I don't care. And my husband is the worst.
Hey, that ain't real meat. That's why you crop dusting over there. You know that, right? That's like
right.
Yeah. We just had a moment of silence for the cheeseburger from McDonald's. We all just were like,
like ooh. We all know that feeling.
Right, right.
Not right.
You know, I think, you know what I think is funny? Mm-hmm. I think it's funny when you're at work. I have a daytime job, believe it or not. I do accounting. Would you believe it?
I know, accounting. Like, really?
No, I hate it. I'm really trying to. I need people to watch this damn podcast because I'm trying to get popular. So I can
get some sponsors, y'all. Hey.
I need some help me out. I got to get the hell out of this job. But anyways, I think it is so funny whenever people are standing in your doorway or they're at work and they're talking to you and then they cross their legs and they try to walk off and you can tell they got a fart.
Yeah.
And they do that little scooty thing and you're like, please let this person go past my office before they fart. Look at them scooting. That fart squeezing the ass cheeks and scooting. Yeah. But wait until you're married. You want to talk about farting. Wait until you're married because I'm going to tell you what. That pull my finger shit is like priceless in a marriage. Am I right, honey? Yeah. See?
You're like, yep.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm like, do you see that on my fingernail? Pull it off.
Every time.
It is so much fun.
How long have you been married?
Over 20 years, and it's just me and my husband now. And so we don't have anything else better to do.
You probably have fart contests over there then. Like
and well, I can, and now it's so here's the thing. I did it actually before I came on here. I was sitting beside my dog. He's 16. Well, he just farts and it smells horrible. So I don't know if it's my husband or the dog. So I'm like, did you fart? And he's like, hell no. And I'm like, okay, chill. Roscoe, did you fart, you nasty bastard? So I got 2 males in my house. And it's just something, but I do it. And he'll tell me, he'll say, Jesus Christ almighty, honey, that was horrible. And I'm like, score. Yeah.
So the Q farts is out, like 5 years after the marriage, Q farts are out, right?
So listen, let me tell you something. I've got to do a festival where it's nothing but clean comedy. Like really clean comedy. That's going to be one of my sets, okay? It's talking about marriage and farting. Once you've been married for about a year, that's over. But I will tell you something that me and my husband do not do.
What's that?
After 20 years, we still shut the door when we go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's respect. That's respect.
PM poop?
PM poop?
Both? 1 and 2?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay. That's impressive.
It's not true. What do you mean it's not true? Well, I have cracked the door when I had to go pee because I was trying to get my damn point across to him. When I'm trying to get my point across to him, I got to open up the door to make sure he hears me. So there you go. I'm done, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm off my pedestal.
Off your fart stool. Okay.
I'm off my fart stool.
Who's up next?
Yeah, I don't know. Ladies fart. I don't like to talk about it. You can go to Kayla.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's all I got.
If it happens, I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. Like, don't do it in my fucking face. Be respectful. But like, you know, if you have to fart, you have to fart. That's what gets down. Like, I'm sorry. Especially if we're having sex. Like, if we're in a relationship, not farting during sex. Like, if we're in a relationship, like, you're gonna see a lot. You're gonna be through a lot worse things than me farting. You know.
Mm-hmm. What about I'm gonna be real. Fun. Like well, the first couple of dates, man, my stomach is hurting going home because I'm holding this thing in. So when is it like okay for me to just
first day
bust ass?
You shut that front door after that first date. You shut that front door after that first date, and I'm gonna tell you what, it is like a damn avalanche hit. I mean, it is just like boulders hitting the floor.
Thank God.
I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that no more. I just come home from wherever now, and I can just let it go. My husband's like, score! Good.
What about when they leave out the car and then they walk away and you let it rip and then they come back, they forgot something. Oh no! I'm like, hold on.
My husband is rolling right now laughing.
Yeah, that's
rolling.
The buttons aren't working. I don't know what's happening. And you just drive away. At that point, you just drive away.
Because it's just you and them. So, you can't blame it on. I've been a blamer all my life, but yeah, when it comes to that, it's just y'all two.
No, that's why I have a dog. That's the only reason. That's it.
It was that rotten McDonald's you threw in the back seat or something.
Actually, blame it on Carlos. You know what I'm saying?
No. Like, I told every boyfriend I ever had, I was like, listen, I don't fart, okay? I'm saving mine. My mom used to say this when I was a kid, and I like took it. I was like, this shit's good. I was like, I'm saving mine till I'm 50, and then I'm just gonna explode, or whenever I'm fucking done. I'm just like, bye.
Yeah, you most definitely gonna explode.
Let it all out. But then, like, oopsies, like I found out my boyfriend, like I live with him, and he's like, in your sleep you were farting though, and I was like, nah. He was like, no, you were. Like, you ripped ass on my ass. Like, it's so cute when a couple's butts are together, and you facing away from each other, and then somebody farts on the other person's butt. That shit is kind of cute. Like, especially if you don't feel good, it's like, oh baby,
oh baby, okay, just fart.
Keep the blankets down though. But I'm a believer in, like, I try never to fart in front of my boyfriend. Like, I never ever have, because I'm trying to be sexy and I don't want to like kill it. And same with him. I'm like, I know you fart, fine, but like, if you can help it, like, walk away and do that shit. Yeah. But like, sometimes for effect, it's really funny, like, like in the moment. Like, there was a time, I don't remember what was going on, but our kids, we have 5 kids all together. 2 are his, 3 are mine, and we were outside, and they were doing a comedy show for us on the trampoline. And like, something happened, and I walked away, and I looked at him, and I like did like a cake and fart. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "I never heard you fart, but when you went for it, you went for it." I went like powerhouse, like performance fart, I was like, and that's it, and that's all you get to see until next time, That's what so I like to, like, I tell my kids, like, don't cuss, except for if you want, like, if you cuss all the time, nobody cares, nobody gives a fuck. But if you cuss and you use it at the right moment, you can use it for effect, and it means something. People know, like, you're serious, so like, don't waste your bad words.
Okay.
Same thing with your farts.
Save them farts for historical time, maybe.
Yeah.
So Danielle has to get off of here. But what do you want to say, Danielle, before you leave? She got to get off here early.
Yeah, I gotta take my friend to the airport. So, you can check me out on Instagram at radchickforever. It's the number 4. I'm a fun girl. I'm in Sacramento. I'm willing to travel. So you want me out in Kansas City? Come get me.
You already
me
know.
in South Carolina in the dirty South. I can get dirty with you guys.
In the dirty.
I'm gonna go up to Oregon one day. When Kayla's not dying, and visit her. We'll cause havoc on her town the way she caused havoc on ours. And yeah, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. I wish I could stay longer.
Oh, that's all
It was
good.
good to meet you.
Yeah, we appreciate it too.
And all right, you guys.
All right, see you later.
Bye, Danny.
All right.
Okay, so now we got y'all 2, and I'm gonna go into the third option. Let's see what we got. Oh, I mean 4th. Good or bad habits?
I know this one was kind of hard for me. I was thinking about it, and I don't know. Shelly, you got something to say first? Because I'm still thinking about it.
Okay, so I'm going to say something out loud that I've never said before to anybody.
Uh-oh.
I'm a nail biter. I have been a nail biter since I was a little girl. I don't know why. And so I don't do it anymore because I have my nails. Mm-hmm. But I've always been real anxious. I'm a very anxious person. Mm-hmm. And I think my other bad habit is I am the world's worst about wanting to be on time. My husband is my manager, my Uber, everything. And I will arrive at a show an hour to 2 hours early to make sure that we get there on time.
Wow.
I'm never late, ever, to nothing.
Wow. So that is, that could be, that's a gift and a curse, because you're a perfectionist, it sounds like, when it comes to that, at least. Yeah.
Only to on time. So when my kids, when we have like a get together, I have to tell my kids it's going to be at 6, but I have to tell them at like 4, so they'll be on time, on my time.
You're like, look, y'all motherfuckers late. Like y'all should have been here a couple hours ago. What's really going on?
Right. Look, I'm going to be honest here. I went to an urban comedy club. I was the only white chick there. And I'm like, okay, so it's like 20 minutes after, and there's still like hardly anybody there. And they're like, oh, they'll be here. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? The show was supposed to have started at 8 o'clock. What the hell do you mean they're going to be here? Just chill out. And I'm like, what? At 10 o'clock, people started coming in. I said, what in the hell? Well, that's just how black folks are. And I'm like, what?
Now wait. Miss Shelly Belly, now where are you from, though?
South Carolina.
Okay.
The Carolinas.
And right. I'm like, I could not live that way. So I told the guys, like, look, I cannot perform here anymore. I almost passed out of an anxiety attack.
You thought the show was over already.
The show started at 9, and people started showing up like 9:30, 10?
No, ma'am. The show started at 8, and people started showing up at like 10.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's hella late.
Yeah, that's hella late.
And they were like, no big. I'm like, I'm ready to go to fucking bed now. I'm tired. I've been waiting.
Right.
How rude is that? How rude.
And they looking at you like, what's wrong? Like, we thought we was on time.
They're like, Shelly, we were here at 8, but we was high, and now we're ready.
Well, let me tell you. Pot does not smell like it did whenever I was younger. It has taken on a whole new smell, and it ain't good.
So wait, what's your bad habit though? If that's your good habit, being like notoriously on time, what's your bad habit besides biting nails? You said that.
I smoke cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
I smoke cigarettes.
And you try not to? You try to hide it? What?
So so my husband, he smoked too, and he just quit. And so I feel so bad when I smoke because he's like, you need to quit smoking. And I'm like, don't be Don't be on your soapbox. Okay. I tried Shantix and it didn't work. I've tried everything. And I'm going to tell you, I just love it.
You love it.
I,
Is that
I
hand to
love
mouth?
I love to smoke cigarettes. I
And you
don't
can't
like
blame him. He's not
No.
falling asleep while he's eating your pussy, so it's not his fault.
he has some faults, but falling asleep while going down on Chowtown ain't one of them.
Yeah.
My man does not have a problem. He can hold his own. He's 50 years old and can still hold his own like he's in his 20s. You better believe that shit.
Okay.
You hear me?
Get it.
Oh my God. What
I
about
did.
you,
That's why I
Kayla?
have 4 children.
Oh yeah,
That's why.
yeah. But you know what that means? He didn't come first though either. Yeah, that's the disclaimer. Like, nah,
There
we
is a
can't be having it.
disclaimer there.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah. So what about you, Kayla?
My bad habit is having a boyfriend that falls asleep while he's going down on me. That's my fault.
Where's he at right now? I know he's like, man.
No, he told me to bring that up. He thought it was funny. Actually, no, that only happened one time, and it's really just like we love joking about it. But my bad habit.
I just can't let it go.
Well, it's self-correcting when you put that charger in his ear. You know, you plugged him back up.
Yeah, no, that shit. Yeah. Oh, he's seriously so good. Like, he's the best. He's amazing. I think I have I have a lot of good habits, a lot of bad habits. I would say my good habits are if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Like to a fault, like no matter what, like this. I'm like, I have COVID. I'm gonna be there.
You did, yeah. When you said you had COVID, I'm like, damn. Like, she's like, nah, I'm still gonna be here though.
No. Like the in-person, I had to cancel 3 live shows this week, and all of them, I was actually headlining one, featuring one, and just doing a guest set on one. But they were out of state, and they were really fun, exciting shows, and I had to cancel all of them. I was pissed, and so I was like, I'm still going to do the podcast. A good habit of mine is if I say I'm going to do something, no matter what, I'll do it, like to my own detriment. I keep my word. Another good habit I would say is that I'm obsessively clean, like OCD type. Like everything has to be in a certain spot. So if I leave the house and I come home and something's somewhere else, I'll be like, oh, this is why. And everybody in my family is like, thanks, Detective Kayla. Like, you're welcome. I know where every single thing is all the time. And like, if something's out of place, I can figure out who and why and where and when. Like, I'm a little bit like OCD like that. Which can be a blessing and a curse. Mostly a blessing for my family because they're messy as fuck. So they're like, thank you.
Like, bring Kayla over here. Like,
yeah. But like, so my bad habits is like I trust people too easily. You know, so I think somebody's like the sweetest person and really they're just trying to steal shit. I'm like, every time I'm like, no, I see the good, you know, it's a bad habit because it's true. Another thing is I always fall for like good boys that are like super innocent and I like to like corrupt them. It's a bad habit. But the thing is like, I just want to be like them, but I'm not because I'm a bad girl. So then eventually I'm like, find myself in a place where I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
You know, I did it, and I didn't want to, and now you're mad. And we're here. And then probably another bad habit is I am late, Shelly Belly. I am late all the time. Me. And it's because I live in my own world. Like I am autistic, and so my counselor said it's because I have to have everything a certain way before I leave. And so it takes me a long time to leave. And then once I do, like the real thing I'm trying to do, it doesn't even exist anymore because I'm just living in my head. So like, but I'm happy. I'm like, everything's perfect here.
Right.
I don't know what I'm coming back to, you know? I'm like, I want it to be like nice when I come back. So I'm usually late. I'm usually one of the late people, but I've been trying to work on that. And I have been on time more often lately, like to all my shows and shit. And what happens is I get there and I'm on time and everything, and it feels really weird. I'm like, oh no.
Like, wait a minute. Kind of like feel like Shelly was when she was at the Lake Club.
Yeah, I'm like, now what? Now I have to just be here?
Like, wait a minute.
But it is nice. I admit it is nice. And Danielle, actually, so I will say about Danielle, we hung out when I went down to Sacramento. I stayed the night with her a couple nights, and she's older than me and like a little more mature. And she really helped me. Her good habit is like she is on time and she's got her shit together. She yelled at me. She's like, Kayla, we have 20 minutes. You better get your shit together. Our ride's about to be here. And I was like, I need you in my life every day. Like, I love it. This is beautiful. And I loved it. She was yelling at me and I was like, there's nothing more beautiful than Danielle yelling at me and telling me what to do. I need that. I need that. I need that shit. She is amazing and she's so funny and she's so kind. Like, I just want to say, since she had to leave early on her behalf, like I went down there, I barely knew her, and I went to do some shows down there with a bunch of different comics and things I had lined up. And she reached out and was like, let's hang out. And we did. And I was super excited. Number one, because she was kind and friendly and accepted me as a comic and as a woman, you know, which is dope when you're a woman in comedy. Number two, though, because like she was really fun to hang out with and she was really honest and kind. And I was like, I wish there were more women like this in comedy. So shout out to Danny D. And also, if you're thinking of having her on a show, or if you're thinking of going and visiting her, like I 100% recommend it. She is like one of the nicest women I've met in comedy. She embraced me, accepted me, and supported me while I was in a place where I was like, we were driving places. I was like, I don't know where I am. Where are we? And they're like, don't worry, we got you. And they did. They took really good care of me. So
yeah, that's what's up. Okay. So the last topic is cougars. What we got? Shelly Belly.
Well, I'm married. You know, I have a hard time with cougars. My husband said he likes them.
Yeah, I bet.
How much of a cougar can you get than me? But I just have a hard time with. But see, here's what a cougar is. So y'all were young. So in my head, I still think I'm 24. My brain says, "Oh, you're 20." Till I look in the mirror and I see a neck that looks like an uncircumcised penis, and I see. I mean, I can bend over to tie my shoe, and my nipple gets hung in my shoestring. And I see these kind of things, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm not as gorgeous as I used to be. So these women that are cougars, they can go get all the facelifts they want, but that skin is thin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can rub up against something and just rip your skin open. Yeah, because you know, and so these older women, if they get a hold of just somebody, one of these little young boys that want to experiment, pull your hair, you know, and scratch at you and stuff, they're gonna bleed because their skin is so thin.
They're gonna go home with bruises.
Yeah, so they're going to come away with blood bruises, especially if they're taking a heart medication, you know, that's with diabetes. And so they have to think about this. So it's too dangerous to be a cougar to me.
It's too dangerous.
That is hilarious.
And you know, these young boys don't want you for you. They want you for what you got, your stability.
Yeah.
Is what they want. And I've got a husband. I have it all. I got a husband that can just on command. Do you hear me?
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't need all that. I got my man's got a damn good job. He takes care of me in and out of the bedroom. He supports my comedy. He is my biggest supporter. I have everything in a nutshell. So these other women, they just
and you're Uber driver, right?
and my Uber driver. And I'm going to tell you, a cougar to me is somebody that just ain't never had a damn good man. That's what it is.
Boom.
And they're trying to live young again. And it just ain't gonna happen. I will never look like her again.
Right.
With that supple skin, that smooth neck, none of that. I mean, if I pull up my sleeve, y'all could do ping pong right here. It just wiggle. Yeah. And my husband loves me just the way that I am. So I say to all the cougars, if that's what you want, do you. But I'm doing mine right here.
Probably after this show, right?
I might.
What about you,
But you know what they say in the South, though, right?
Uh-oh,
Might live on a chicken's ass.
What?
I said, when I said I might, I said, you know what they say in the South? Mites live on a chicken's ass. You know what a mite is, right?
Like a little bug?
Yeah, a little bug.
Yeah, they live on chicken's ass. So it's a Southern thing.
Yeah, so you wouldn't understand. I don't even understand. So what about you, Kayla? Tell what you think about these cougars.
I'm 32. When I was at Danny's, she was taking pictures of me in the pool, and I had my top off. I was swimming topless, and she's like, and I was doing poses, and she was like, "Be a cougar," and I was like, "I'm not though. I'm young as fuck." And she was like, "Fuck you." I was like, "But yeah, no, that's not my thing." This is what I'll say. Like my perception of a cougar is different. If I become a cougar, it seems so aggressive, which I don't like the term, because it's like, oh, I'm trying to get stuff, and like I'm aggressively going after it, and I'm desperate. That's what it sounds like. But like, I would like to flip it and be like, no, a cougar, in my opinion, like if I became a cougar, right, I would be like a woman in my like 50s that wanted to fuck men that were like 20 years younger than me. And in my opinion, that is winning and super hot and like totally possible and reasonably sought after. Like, why not? Like, so if you're hot as fuck, why?
Because you'll be too damn tired. You're tired. You're just tired of it. You're tired. You just want to go to bed.
Okay, maybe, but this is what I'm thinking. For me, like my whole life, I've been wearing boys out. So like maybe by the time I'm 50 and they're 20 years younger, they can keep up, maybe. And then maybe I can teach them something, and then maybe. But even at that point, I don't think so. No, I think I need two. I think I need a cougar tag team. Like,
damn. So you like one of them Lifetime movies. Like Lifetime movies. I say you kind of like one of them Lifetime movies I didn't watch before, where older ladies just fucking every dude come to mankind and just shutting them down like all the time, shutting them all the way down.
I gave up on Lifetime when everybody was getting murdered and raped. But if women be fucking like a bunch of little boys, sign me up. I haven't seen it for a while.
Did you know how embarrassing it would be to go to your gynecologist at 50 years old and say you got an STD?
Oh man,
I wouldn't be embarrassed. I'd be like, and you're welcome.
I'd be like, I've got crabs.
I'd be like, I got crabs from a 21-year-old, a hung 21-year-old who's right up after this cougar pussy. Yeah.
Hey, 50 years old getting mono and shit.
Yeah. God damn. No. I'd be proud as fuck. Yeah, no.
But those young kids are never on time. See, that's why it wouldn't work with me. They're never on time, and if they are, they go too fast. You know.
Yeah. Hopefully they're late, because of me too. You know, for me, the millennial cougar is a whole new thing. It's like, be late, be slappy. Don't deserve it, you know. I don't want you to.
Oh my god, y'all crazy.
I don't want to have to go buy somebody a pair of Air Jordans just to have sex. I just don't.
Well, you most definitely didn't disqualify, because you disqualified from the cougar application, because you most definitely not.
Bitch, you want a pair of air? What?
Right.
No, I'm not. I would never be a sugar mama. No, I don't
that's a
fuck with
different
that.
story. Yeah, that's
No.
different. That's a
You're
whole nother
still-
podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole other. As a cougar, listen, if in 20 years, I'm 30. In 20 years, if I'm a cougar at 50, that bitch better buy me some Air Jordans and shit. Like, I'm not doing that.
She said, "Screw that." Oh my god, y'all done had me rolling, my stomach hurting. So, okay, for the viewers that's tuned in, where can we find you guys at? Like on social media?
So you can find me on TikTok and my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and on Facebook at very easy Shelly Belly, ShellyBelly comedy.com.
Okay, that's pretty simple.
And that's my website too, ShellyBellyComedy.com.
Shelly Belly. What about you, Kayla Marie?
Belly. Yeah, Kayla Marie Comedy, K Marie Comedy. My podcast is called Strange Together.
Okay. Strange
and
Together.
my sketch show is called Gosh Damn Sketch Show.
So and you can Google these, just the gosh damn. Okay.
Yeah, and then so I have Instagram and Facebook, and you can find me on there, and that's where you can find like my tour dates and stuff. Kayla Marie. I'm in Salem, Oregon, so sometimes I've noticed if people put in Kayla Marie in their Facebook, like a billion dumb bitches named Kayla Marie come up because that's literally my name. But
Right.
if you put Kayla Marie Salem,
I
will be like the first person who comes up, and you can add me and find my shows. And same thing with Instagram. It's at Kayla Marie Comedy. And then, YouTube, Strange Together, or Gosh Damn Sketch Show. And what else do I have going on that I would be excited to tell you about?
Getting rid of COVID.
I have COVID. So if you want COVID, you can hang out with me. Just hit me in my DMs and I'll breathe on you. Yeah. Dope. Awesome. Sounds good. No, thanks for having me. This has been really fun. And
Thank you, both of y'all. Thank Danny too. Danielle, thank you too. And sorry, Lynn's son. Next time we're gonna get you on here too, because something happened. She had a conflict with her schedule. So, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for being on my show. And hey, like I said, if I could do anything, just holler at me. I'm one DM away. For the people that listen, that tuned in, just share this, like it. That's what we all about, is support on this show. And if you guys don't have anything else, we're going to shut it down until next week. And we will holler at you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good night.
Good to meet y'all.
You as well.
All right. See y'all later next time.
All right.